In this video, I'm going to share with you 8 mistakes most Pinterest marketers do, along with effective tips to ensure Pinterest doesn't suspend your account. Greetings everyone, Rylan here. My Pinterest account has not been suspended once, but twice before. Pinterest constantly works on removing spam accounts, and sometimes you might be on their radar. That doesn't mean you're a bad account. It just means you're out of luck. But don't worry. Getting suspended on Pinterest is not as dangerous as it sounds, and if you follow these 8 steps, life becomes much more easier. Mistake number 1. Spam messaging Pinterest marketer. When I started on Pinterest, one of the things I was doing is messaging every other Pinterest marketer and asking them to let me join their group board or to talk to them on a personal level. While that seems great, it's against Pinterest guidelines. Many group board ask you to follow the owner's account and then message them stating why you should be added to the group board. That's a red flag for Pinterest, and if you follow these things, Pinterest will eventually suspend your account. If you want to get in touch with fellow Pinterest marketers, send them an email or contact them outside the Pinterest platform. Mistake number 2 is to use the follow and unfollow strategy. How many of you have used follow and unfollow strategy? I think all of you must have used it because it's such a common strategy that we all think is the right one, but it is a red flag. Pinterest doesn't care how many followers you have on the platform. It cares how long you can make a user sit on their platform and browse through content. If you can achieve that, Pinterest rewards you by giving you more views, more shares, more likes, and all the good things. Don't go beyond followers, as followers is not one of the most important metrics on Pinterest. If you want to focus on something, focus on engagement. Because engagement on Pinterest is much more effective than counting your followers. If you get your account unsuspended again and still follow the same strategy, Pinterest is only going to suspend your account and maybe block your account once and for all. So if you want to stay away from all those red flags, I suggest you stop using the unfollow strategy. Mistake number 3 is pinning way too much. Pinterest is very clear about putting a lot of pins every day. You can't just publish 100 pins a day and hope that Pinterest doesn't catch hold of you. I think the basic guidelines that Pinterest says in the Pinterest community guideline is to pin not more than 30 pins a day. That means whatever pins you're planning on pinning, make sure it's less than 30 to stay within the guidelines. I'll be linking the Pinterest community guidelines in the description. Do check it out. Mistake number 4 is using duplicate pins. Do you save the same pin on the same board few times a month? Chances are you're probably getting suspended because of that. Pinning the same pin to the same board multiple times a month gives Pinterest the idea that you're not creating new and original content on your platform, and that's why it suspends you. I understand that creating about 10 to 20 pins per day is a hectic job. So if you really want to repin the same pin again, do it in an interval of 3 to 4 months, as Pinterest guidelines suggest doing it in 3 to 4 months is not violating their community guidelines. Pinterest is all about creating new and original content for its users. And if you go against their core principles, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be suspended. Mistake number 5 is fake boosting your Pinterest account. It's very easy to hire a company to create fake accounts to help you boost your organic. These companies create fake accounts to like, share, and follow your account and ensure your Pinterest account grows to the best of its potential. The problem with this theory is there are Pinterest bots and they catch hold of this very quickly. And once that happens, guess what happens? So instead of hiring companies to grow your audience, why don't you put some real efforts to grow your audience? And that means pinning every day, creating story pins, engaging with your content, replying to every single comment, understanding what your viewer wants, writing appealing content for them, and trying to solve their pain point. Mistake number 6 is using link shorteners like Bitly. I'm sure you've heard of Bitly and a dozen other link shorteners. These link shorteners look really pretty and are quite useful when doing marketing, but they go against Pinterest community guidelines. In simple words, don't use them. Pinterest can't track where the links are headed to if you use links like Pretty Links or Bitly. So to ensure that doesn't happen, make sure you use proper original links, and I'm pretty sure Pinterest will not touch you after that. Mistake number 7 is to use copyright infringement images. Newbie Pinterest marketers don't know this. Every image you find on Google is not an image you can use to make Pinterest pins. You can't save these images you find on Google because most of these images belong to someone else and it's unethical to use their images for your Pinterest marketing strategies. So, what's the solution? Well, you can use platforms like Pixabay, Pexels, or Unsplash to get copyright-free and royalty-free images. I'll leave a link to these platforms in the description. Check them out later. Mistake number 8 is saving pins from spam accounts. Pinterest algorithm suspends spam accounts every single day. That's because there are way too many Pinterest accounts that create way too many Pinterest pins, and most of them are trash. Pinterest wants to get rid of these so that users don't bounce off their platform. Before saving a pin to your Pinterest board, click on the pin and see where the landing page leads you to. Let's say you click on a pin that talks about emergency funds. Now, check out where the pin leads to. Does it lead to a website where there's an article about how to create an emergency fund? Or does it lead to a spammy page which is not what the pin was intended to do? Or does it lead to a page that was not mentioned on the pin you just saw? If it leads to the page it was supposed to lead to, you can save the pin on your Pinterest board. Does the link to the website justify the Pinterest pin? If yes, use it on your boards. If no, ignore. The more spammy pins you save on your board, the more Pinterest finds you spammy and suspends your account. I still remember the first time Pinterest suspended my account. I was out for a walk and I got an email on my phone saying, "Your account has been suspended." I felt bad, very bad. I'm not trying to scare you. What I'm trying to say is, when Pinterest suspends your account, don't panic like I did. It's a natural thing, and if you're growing on Pinterest, you're bound to be suspended at least once in your entire journey. In such cases, calm down, take a deep breath, and find a solution instead of worrying about the problem. Make sure you don't practice all the mistakes we spoke in this video, and follow the tips we mentioned in this video. These things will ensure Pinterest doesn't suspend your account, as well as you grow your Pinterest account the smart way. Also, I'll leave a link to Pinterest community guidelines in the description. Better check it out, read everything so you understand what's what and what you should do and what you shouldn't do to grow on Pinterest. If Pinterest has suspended your account and you're not sure about your next steps, click here to watch my next video where I'll be talking about exactly what you should do if Pinterest has suspended your account. Ready to unsuspend your Pinterest account? Yes!